Hi, welcome to Star Power Alchemy YouTube. My name is Alejandra Sofia and I'm offering some astrological energy updates into the week ahead from August 19th until August 26th, 2019. A little setup. We are inside of the month of the Leo new moon cycle that seeded on July 31st. We had a full moon in Aquarius opposed by the sun in Leo on August 15th. We also have had Jupiter move direct from 15 Sagittarius and Uranus move retrograde, and that happened on August 11th. And also we've had Mercury. We are now in this field of this fourth quarter moon week, in which we're in terms of the moon phase, the Leo new moon cycle, we're in the third and we'll be entering the fourth quarter on Friday. We're now inside of Mercury having moved beyond, has graduated beyond its retrograde pathway degrees from 6 Leo to 24 Cancer. That was started in June, and then in July we had the Mercury retrograde from, again, Leo to Cancer, Cancer back into Leo, and now here we are, August 19th, that's today, and this week ahead, of this rich week ahead, as we're integrating in this time of integrating what we're going through, as we are in this rich month of Leo, and Leo is a priming force. It's a priming key, it's the key sign journey life stream that is key to accessing, igniting our core impulse. So this month of this year, 2019, in which we are inside of a rich Saturn and Pluto conjunction that started on December 22nd, 2018, when Saturn came into a 10-degree orb. That is the orb is the amount, the longest, the farthest away a planet can be from another planet in aspect, to be in aspect, and whatever particular aspect it's in. And so in this case, it's the conjunction. So that 10-degree orb, it's a long conjunction. Saturn and Pluto came into a 3-degree orb conjunction back in April, and then we have the exact conjunction on January 2020. And all this is really important to get inside of the meaning of this week, of this month of Leo that we're still inside of, pulsing with the new moon energy and the full moon energy that was really, in essence, that full moon that full moon energy is igniting the area of you that needs to be the advocate of your life, of who you are, of your creativity, of what you love to do, of what you enjoy doing, your passion, what to make life fun instead of life as a duty and obligation, to move into the synchronization of your life impulse to claim your domain. And in that domain of selfhood is your innate self-worth. Now, the only reason why we even need that word worth right now is to realign ourselves with our innate worthiness. That is the bottom line of who we are. You don't earn your self-worth. That is a misframing of the word that has come from a capitalistic, materialistic society that has sourced also ideologies and using these ideologies to create culture and governing in institutions to separate mind from body, spirit from body, soul from body, and to separate the physical. Another way of seeing that is separate the physical universe from the spiritual universe or spiritual reality. And we cannot separate wholeness. We cannot separate that which is innately whole. And when you attempt to separate something that's an innately whole, intrinsically whole, it moves into chaos and it moves into extreme, varying states of disharmony. And so in this story of this unfolding that we're all inside of, that we all get to be a part of, and this living mythological journey, the Leonian life stream energy is helping you in this time of this month of this year is here to pulse and ignite you from the inside out, because it's time to roar your joy, and also in that, with the Aquarius energy that's still pulsing through our field, is to remember that other people are in this field, and to learn respect and equality as well, that we all have equal rights to this inner domain, and to respect that in each other, and to help to clear out the separation, emotional, fearful separation paradigms, frameworks of emotional patterns that create psychological patterns of division and fear of other people, right? Fear of other people, fear of other groups, fear of other, however that comes up for you, but in the world, how it exhibits itself. And so as you are healing yourself, if you're a person that's really taking up your own healing journey of, I want to be me, I want to pulse with I am, and this high I am frequency, this month and this week in particular is about integrating, what you're an advocate of, what you believe in integrating yourself to a higher frequency. So choosing to source your energy as a living field and wellspring of source energy, and to really be who you are, and express who you are, and have fun with who you are, and play with who you are, and play with other people in the field. Because Aquarius, there's an aspect of Aquarius. Now, every sign journey does have a multifacetedness to it. So one of the facets of Aquarius, again, we had the full moon on August 15th in the sign of Aquarius. One facet of Aquarius is teamwork. And so you need to be, and we each have our own role in the team, and respecting that role, understanding that role, and so that you can come into collaboration and co-orchestration with other people, and then these groups also can form bridges with other groups, other teams, and this is where the worldwide network of the living fields is truly also being ignited on a whole other level. Because what really stimulates and adds freshness into a field, a living field, is to bring creative impulse. And when you are sourcing yourself from your true creativity, you ignite the field. And when you're not doing that, you're also affecting the field. And so this is a time for those of us who are wanting and willing and receptive to it, to receive. In order to receive, there's a release, there's a let go of the lower vibrational paradigms, emotional patterns, emotional mental patterns that have been keeping you in creative blocks, and unlocking your creativity, and really receive who you are, trust yourself, love yourself, understand yourself, and really engage in inner knowing, and that becomes your IGS, your internal guidance system. That's my little kitty. He's being internally guided to the next door neighbors. So primal life force. So that is a perfect example, actually. My cat being, my kitty being in his primal life force, and he's just, as you watch a cat, watch your animal, your pets, and these temples of your familiar who are close to you, and they're in their four-leggedness and in their primalness. And here we are in Leonian territory of that gut instinct, who you are. I'm going to go with my own creative flow, and really countering the contrast reality of where you don't allow yourself to do that. So it's been a powerful month of that. And so this week of August 19th to August 25th, from this the third quarter moon phases, in which the Leo in you, your creative impulse, who you are, I am, me, what I love, what I enjoy, what I want to have fun, I want to do more of this, I want more of that, and to really have yourself. Because remember, the Leo is a fixed sign, and there's a having in the fixedness of all the fixed signs. So there's 4 fixed signs, and so there's a having yourself, having your domain, being in your domain and enjoying it and living it up. Leo wants to live it up, and Leo is a flame, and so that word flamboyance, to be in your own flamboyance and your own flame, and allowing that, giving that to yourself. So this week of the third quarter moon, the third quarter energy is to inspire and to be inspired. So it's a very uplifting third quarter, and through in the Leo, this Leo energy, how you're receiving that, how you're being inspired. What are the things you're listening to? What are the things you're saying? What are the things coming out of your mouth? Releasing. We've got Mercury in Leo now, and there's this lesson of with the having passed through the Mercury retrograde degrees now, it's moving beyond, deeper into the sign of Leo, and it's like, I speak positively and lovingly and adjust your reality. This is a week of adjustments in your language. We've got Mercury in a quincunx to both Saturn and then to Pluto. And then also in a trine with Jupiter this week. Jupiter in Sagittarius, Jupiter in its own sign, Saturn in its own sign of Capricorn, and Saturn and Pluto are retrograde. So there's be willing to adjust again. We're constantly in adjustment, and that's the thing with with the universal principle of change. We are in constant change, and how, as you're stepping into synchronicity, into a harmony with a co-orchestration, collaboration, cooperating with the universe, with universal law through your own self-knowing, and engaging your internal guidance system to lead the way, and in your creative flow state. This is a week of making crucial adjustments to, like, whoa, I really get negative here. Oh my gosh, I'm really tuning in, seeing where I get really, I just crash, or, and so making these tweaks and adjustments on your energy body through your belief systems, and your belief systems are sourced in your state of being and how you're feeling. And so as you fine tune yourself, just continue to fine tune yourself and make those adjustments of, like, whoa, I just de-energized myself by that thought I was thinking, or I just had this interaction with somebody, but it wasn't that person, it wasn't that thing and I used to think that way all the time, that it was that thing, that person, my circumstances, and it's not at all, it's me. Oh my God, I'm the one in my way. All I've got to do is adjust my reality of how I'm perceiving that situation. And yeah, you're gonna get criticized. You're gonna have your haters. You're gonna have the negative, and there's always gonna be that oppositional force. And thank goodness for that. That it's a time of gratitude and being, whoa, I'm so grateful for that challenge, and how that's actually helping me adjust my reality to really get clear with myself. So really playing with contrast, and again, that word play of Leo, like, play with it, play with contrast. We have a neuroplastic brain. We have plasticity. Play with plasticity and play with reframing things on a positive note. Always reframing things on a positive note. And how can you make the note sweet? How can you shift the reality of what's happening and make it sweet? And how that helps you shift and get clear with yourself in ways in which you want to move forward, because we're beginning to step into this momentum of moving forward, finding a new pathway. And that's the kind of forwardness I mean, these pathways that are opening up. And especially as into next month in the Virgo energies, we're gonna be moving from a powerful Leo energy into a powerful Virgo energy next month in September, with the seed point, the Virgo new moon seed point of August 30th. And we have a whole pile up in Virgo. So we're feeling that right now. It's not too far away. It's the near future. And so this third quarter moon of inspire and be inspired releases into the fourth quarter moon. And that's when we begin to, it's time of really integrating the peak of what you've been receiving and understanding, and in this cycle, energy cycle we've been in, so that you can disintegrate into the next cycle and receive the next. That's the constant process we're inside of birth, life, and death, and rebirth, and that cycle continues to repeat itself. So it can be, you can see the fourth quarter moon energies as a process of death, of letting go, releasing. And so again, the key phrase for the fourth quarter we cross over on is on the 23rd. So that's the fourth quarter is moon phase 22, when it's the half moon waning phase. And interestingly enough, it's further emphasize that we're beginning a new cycle of sorts, because the sun moves into Virgo on Friday, the same day that we have the 4th quarter moon. And so another thing that's happening this week is that we've several personal planets. Mars moved into Virgo on last Saturday, the 17th, and now we have Venus moving into the sign of Virgo on the 21st, so that's another thing happening this week. And then the sun moves into the sign of Virgo out of Leo into Virgo on the 23rd. So suddenly we're going to have, by the end of this week, we're going to have Mars, Venus, and the sun in Virgo. So we are preparing, we're feeling this feeling of like understanding what we have to do and how to serve yourself, because Virgo is a steward. Virgo is a steward for your life and for who you are and your creativity and all the ways that you need to take care of yourself, body, mind, and soul. And now you know to really embrace your physical reality as an extension of yourself, how you're decorating your home, how you're caring for yourself in your attire, how you're taking care of yourself and loving yourself and really being in care of yourself. And so there's an understanding of like how to take on and how to create your life on another higher vibrational level, and being in your self-care through diet, through exercise, through other pathways as well, like skill building, what you want to learn, what you're excited about learning. Virgo is the howiest sign in the zodiac. Learning how to do something in a way that is helpful and supportive to you and raises your frequency. So learning how to maintain yourself and maintain yourself. And so maintain your vibration, maintain staying in a high vibration and fine tunings, because we've got a lot of Virgo energy and it's going to increase. There's more Virgo energy coming in, but this week we are feeling that shift of like getting aligned with something, getting synchronized with something that's exciting, because we've still got the sun in Leo and we still got the Leo moon energy pulsing until Friday the 30th, but it really releases through the dark moon energies on August 27th through the 29th. That's the dark moon where we're really releasing, but we're still inside of the Leo energy, and then boom, the Virgo new moon on August the 30th. So this is this week of priming yourself, understanding, integrating, and continuing to inspire yourself with information that inspires you and inspire others, and in any kind of way that serves you, and know that move from, instead of time isn't time, to shift language from time-based reality to an energy-based reality of like how you're using your energy. And if you're using language like I don't have enough time, or like that's a lower, that registers more as a lower vibration. If you move into energy, how I'm using my energy, how to use my energy better, how to use my energy is with joy and passion and authenticity, how to use my energy. So there's the how-to again of Virgo, and how that takes you into different directions of things you want to learn, things that excite you and ignite you, Leo again. And then thereby takes you into your domains of interests and play, and the fields that you want to play in, and the fields that you might want to create. We're all creators, and to become a ever more deliberate, conscious creator of our reality. And inevitably that means you're going to be creating fields as well, because that's the way the universe works. And then we've also got Mars and Venus coming into a conjunction on the 24th as well. So these principles of feminine and masculine, they're very relational, but they're coming together in a conjunction in Virgo. And Virgo has a very internal aspect to it. It is an earth sign, but there's another aspect to it in its mutable nature that it does breathe inwardly. Virgo is an inbreathing yin sign, and with the Venus and Mars coming together in a conjunction, that's a firing up of life force in there, these primal life forces of the feminine and the masculine. And so getting clear about things you love doing and like to do and that excite you, and the things you love to work for. And again, work is energy. And I think we need to even shift work, because I think there's a lot of stagnant negative energy around the word work and job. And so energy, how you like to use your energy or direct your energy, what excites you, and learning how to maintain your energy, getting more sleep, getting better sleep, learning about those things too, about how to biohack your body, your lifestyle, and in all these multiple ways there is to upgrade yourself. And so that sun with the sun in Virgo, and then Venus and Mars coming into a conjunction in the sign of Virgo on the 24th, it's a real big week for it feels like there's more fun, like these things that seem like they've taken a long time to get, they're starting to come in a lot more naturally. So really feeling the word innate, natural. All Virgo wants to do is synchronize you with what is natural and innate. So there's no like application and applying and driving that hard edge and working hard. It's like, oh, I'm just sinking into and synchronizing with what is natural and inborn and innate. And so giving yourself, as you allow yourself to move to a higher frequency state of being, and are experiencing yourself in a higher state. And that also means shifting the word, releasing words like laziness, and like if this idea of if I'm not doing something and always doing something, then I'm being lazy. Like no. We've got a lot of energies right now happening that are wanting to relax you and really engage your parasympathetic nervous system. And our culture and our society's been in sympathetic flight or fight, stress hormone, nervous system reality. And that's what we've been calling society and culture and life. And that's how we've been thinking. And I'm speaking very generally, of course, but some of you may really get what I'm saying of like, yeah, that's the way it's been all been designed, of the do, and this overly imbalanced masculinity and the femininity, just like you're not allowed to rest, and rest is laziness. And those kinds of we need to shift and take our power and authority back. So that's part of with the Saturn, Capricorn, Pluto energies this week of like, as you're flowing with more of what you want to do and following your natural impulse and energy, give yourself permission for that. And as you're retraining yourself, also maybe you're clearly you're in a life setup right now that you might want to transition from how you've been doing your schedule and create more space to have more of an experience that you really want to have. And so maybe you're creating a day out of your week in which you're like, okay, this is the week I'm not going to do things the way I usually do them, so that I can open up. It's like take a retreat day each week to just let yourself flow, and don't keep yourself on a modern timeline, like the cultural timeline, like this is what you got to be doing, this is what you should be doing every morning, you should be busy, you should be right? So just because we do have these early earth energies with personal planets, Sun, Venus, Mars, and then Uranus and Taurus, really wanting you to come into connection with yourself. So it's just slowing down and coming into connection with yourself. So it's a big week. And so those are the main energies of this week. We do have also, just to end with on the 25th, that after we have Venus and Mars come into a conjunction, and feel that on the 24th. And if anyone would like to report back to me comment on how this is resonating for you, please share. But I'm looking at my little calendar. So we've got the conjunction happening that's going to really help to synchronize you with your natural energy and impulses and the directions you want to move in, and balance yourself, coming into a rhythmic balance with yourself. And on the 25th, because Venus and Mars are going to come into a quincunx of CHiRON and ARiES, there's a key right now. There's a key to who you are and claiming your life, because CHiRON and ARiES is really asking you and calling each one of us to individualize through claiming your voice and asserting yourself. So there's something to assert, and in the assertion there's something to insert into your reality that's empowering you. And it could be as simple as, I'm not going to do that anymore. I am done doing that. I'm going to actually, this whole idea that I had of my schedule that I should have these 8 things that I accomplish every day, I'm like, I'm actually going to scale back and do 3 things. You know, it's that kind of like retweaking yourself and how you're viewing things so that you can have more ease in your flow and relaxation and more satisfaction flowing through you. And so there's a key coming. There's a key to your life, a key to who you are, a key to how you want to organize your life based on your core self. That's for you to adjust this week. That there's a potential to come into a really significant healing around that, and to connect in with your wholeness and who you are. And then that takes us into Monday the 26th, and then that next week is we're in full-on 4th quarter moon and dissolving. And so that's a key thing too. On the 25th, there's a healing this week with claiming your right to be you. Your right to be you, and you have to assert it yourself because it's Aries. So you got to be the pioneer of your own life. You got to be the advocate of your own life and your own energy, and realize, okay, yeah, I am I am streaming through a template that is a human template or an earth template, but I have no template for me because I'm the one doing me and nobody else is doing me, and I can find common ground and say, oh yeah, I like that over there, and I like what that person's doing and how they do it, and I can feel the feeling of belonging here, and yeah, that feels good. But I'm still me. There's no one else that's me. And so I have no template for that. That's where you come into your energy body, and that's who CHiRON is. CHiRON is you. The template lives inside of you. So there is a template for you. It's inside of you. Those are the keys that are inside of you, and that's what intuition is. That's what instinct is. That is what self-knowledge is. You connecting in and really learning and tweaking yourself. Something particular to this week of like, oh, I get it, like falling into sync with yourself, into your natural flow, who you are, and you will feel it. So please, if something happens to you at the end of this week of like, oh my God, me, that's me, you know, and it helps you organize yourself and get yourself and care for yourself better, send me a note, or not, but it would be fun to share that. And because it's a very healing week. It's really, really incredible actually. So please subscribe to my channel. Reach out to me at starpoweralchemy@gmail.com if you'd like a reading, and if you'd like to get deeply inside of what's happening to your chart, looking at your progressions, looking at your transits, looking at anything you want to look at to really dial in and who you are and help release. That's the important part. Help release and perceive your reality in a positive, uplifting way. And also helps you to appreciate your uniqueness in this universal divine play that we're in. So thanks so much for watching. Until the next time, and stay tuned for the Virgo new moon report coming in a few days.